let's just look straight at the vote share projections for West Bengal, and I want Dhananjay Joshi to talk us through, because these figures have just come in, so I haven't had as much time to process them. So why don't you just explain your numbers for West Bengal, Dhananjay?
Well, our vote projections are 17% for the Congress, which is a 4-point loss. The BJP makes the major gain. Last time it was at about 6%. This time round it's at 13%. And the Trinamool Congress is the other gainer. It gains 4%. All these gains, both for the BJP and for the Trinamool, to a large extent come from the left front, which has lost a big chunk of its votes. This time round, our projected votes for the left front are about 23%.
Let's take a look at the seat share projections for West Bengal and see what the numbers are throwing up. And I've got Derek O'Brien from the Trinamool Congress joining us, and I'm sure he has a big smile on his face because the numbers seem to indicate a big positive swing in favor of the Trinamool. Why don't you take us through these figures,
Well,
Dhananjay?
the Trinamool Congress seems to be sweeping West Bengal. Out of the 42 seats, we have projected 23 to 27 seats. The Congress surprisingly still does well with these vote shares, though it has lost its vote, but still it gets 6 to 10 seats. The BJP has made major gains, but in the first past the post system, vote shares don't immediately turn into seats.
No, but that's the reason why we're actually seeing Narendra Modi take on Mamata Banerjee, because so far, and I want to go across to Derek O'Brien on this, whenever he'd come to Bengal, he'd be very circumspect. He'd say, Didi will rule in Bengal, I will rule in Delhi. But now that the BJP is showing a big jump in their vote share percentages, not enough to translate into too many seats, are we seeing the BJP sense an opportunity here? Maybe a long-term opportunity, not in this election, but a long-term opportunity for consolidation. And what are you making, Derek, of the overall figure between 23 and 27 that's being projected for the Trinamool Congress? Derek O'Brien.
Firstly, Rahul, let me begin with a caveat. Even though the Trinamool Congress doesn't agree with your numbers and your projections, but we are not spoiled sports. Just because we don't agree with your numbers, that doesn't mean we won't come on your television channel.
But you're winning, so
I'm
you
sure
have
a
no
lot of
reason
hard
to
work.
quarrel. The argument is only on the quantum of victory in your case.
Yes. I'm sure the researchers and the research agency and the group and the analysts have done a great job. So I'm not going to quibble on the numbers. This is not the forum to do it. You know, Rahul, I think there have been 3 opinion polls done by other television channels as well. I think the common thing, which is, and now you have one from your channel, the common factor from all these 4 polls is that the left front is getting less than 25% of the vote. That's one common factor. I don't want to give you a Trinamool spin as yet. Wait. The second common factor, it seems, in Bengal, that the BJP from its 6% is going to get more percentage of the vote. Seems to be. The Congress, you are projecting at 6 to 10 seats. You know, I'm saying this with all seriousness. If the Congress gets 6 to 10 seats, then you ask me to do anything, shave my hair, run around the Eden Gardens in swimming trunks, I'll do anything. That is absurd. But on a more serious note, the Trinamool Congress is a 40% of the vote, because what has happened is it's Trinamool Congress in Bengal versus the opposition, which is Congress, BJP and CPM. So we don't agree with these numbers. We don't think we'll get 35% of the vote. No. In the last 4 elections here, in the panchayat elections, the bypolls, the municipal elections, we have crossed 43 to 45%. So we are quite sure we'll get more than 40% of the vote.
Okay.
And these numbers, if they do come up on 16th of May, Rahul, if these numbers which you're giving us, which will not happen, we will be disappointed, dejected. We'll be in tears if these are the numbers, because this is not the reality on the ground. The Bengal government has done lots of
Akbar is with us, and I want to talk about the vote share percentages for the BJP. We're seeing the BJP increase its vote share by 13% over last time. Is that why Narendra Modi is sharpening his attacks against Mamata Banerjee, because the BJP now senses an opportunity, and you understand the politics of Bengal, Mr. Akbar, better than all others?
Well, you know, this is astonishing. Once again, you know, to rise by almost triple your vote is really a huge thing. But I want to take a more sort of expansive analysis of Bengal. You know, there are two elections going on in Bengal. One is the election for ruling space, where Mamta is very clearly ahead, as any observer will tell you. But I think there is a much more fascinating election going on, and that is the election for opposition space. And there the lefts crumble and the lefts collapse. The benefits of that collapse are going largely and hugely to the BJP, and that really augurs a very dramatic shift in the political landscape of Bengal, which you will see accelerate. I think BJP will still get seats in places where you will never imagine that it could have made a presence. There are at many seats where the BJP is in play. It may or may not win, but it is in place, and that is precisely what I mean by the BJP becoming the foremost leader of the non-Mamta space in Bengal.
But that's a long fight for the BJP. They're not there yet. And this election is where Mr. Bikash, representing the CPM, is still giving the toughest fight to the Trinamool Congress of Mamta Banerjee. What are you making, sir, of the numbers? Because despite being in power now, Mamta Banerjee seems to be holding on to her gains from the assembly elections. Not as dramatic, but holding on nonetheless. And you're actually ceding ground to the BJP, which in a long term, if the BJP is able to maintain this, could become very problematic for you, Mr. Bikash.
You see, I can't really give my opinion to the others' opinion. These are the opinions which have been formulated by some experts according to their own assessment. But the ground reality in West Bengal is completely different. The basic consideration is, if the political control of Mamta Banerjee was so strong, then she shouldn't have or ought not to have gone back to the film stars. Now she is getting film stars to get assembly in her public meetings. That is one indication that she is losing political ground. And another thing, so far Mamta's cherishma is concerned, last 3 years she has lost and suffered a lot. People have become disenchanted, disillusioned in every front. So far the governance is concerned, so far the taking care of education, health and other fields, everywhere she has failed. The farmer suicide, which was never a phenomenon in West Bengal, has now become a phenomenon in West Bengal. Dropout in schools have gone up. The hospitals are going astray in all aspects. Therefore, I think therefore the ground reality is completely different. If the people are allowed to vote fearlessly, being free from terror, then the results will be completely different.
So you are alleging, you are charging the Trinamool with what the Trinamool charged the CPM for the longest time. And Derek O'Brien is having a hearty laugh at your expense.
See, you know, Rahul, the graciousness of our television...
Basically, they couldn't have come back to power. They came back to power through the same democratic process where these allegations were found to be absolutely bogus.
Yes, Derek.
Rahul, the graciousness of a television debate allowed your Mr. Bhattacharya of the CPIM in his allotted time to express the views of his party. That is absolutely fine. How much of that is hollow? How much of that is hollow and how much of that story will be believed by the people of Bengal is another story. All we can say at this moment, I think Mr. Akbar was a lot more realistic when he said or hinted that, which we agree. The BJP will not win a single seat in Bengal, not a single seat. About their vote share, we will concede that. And as far as the left goes, whether it's your poll or every other poll, since Mr. Bhattacharya is talking about the rules on the ground, or the situation on the ground, we don't mind, we are not in any hurry. You call us back on the 16th of May.
We will have you back on the 16th of May. I want Shiv Vishwanathan's sense of the numbers for Bengal. Just one by one, gentlemen. Mr. Vishwanathan.
See, I think three things are clear.
Rahul, may I clarify what I said, please?
Yes, Mr. Akbar, go ahead. Let's have you clarify first.
Rahul, may I... No, I think Mr. Vishwanathan perhaps misheard me. I said that the real battle is for the occupation of opposition space at this elections. But I also added, and perhaps his attention had wandered at that point, when I said that the BJP is going to win seats in places which will shock both its friends and its foes. One of the seats that I can name, which is next door to where I was born and grew up, in Srirampur. In Srirampur, well, the famous, well, not so famous film
See,
star,
Mr.
Bapu
Akbar,
Bahari is getting huge
Mr. Akbar,
response. Huge response.
Mr. Akbar,
And so, I mean,
Mr. Akbar.
I really don't, no, I merely, may I make
Mr.
my
Akbar.
point, sir? I
Derek,
would
allow him to
suggest-
complete. Derek, don't shout him down. Allow
May I
Mr.
make
Akbar
my
to complete.
point, sir? I was just making the point that yes, the BJP with 19% or whatever it is vote share that it eventually emerges will, you know, Madhu Limai, who is one of the old great masters of the, you know, political democratic politics, used to say that the critical mass in an Indian election is 23% of the vote. Below that, you increase in arithmetical progress, and after that you leap in geometrical progress. I tell you, BJP is getting
See,
close
listen.
to that magic figure. Maybe,
Yes, Derek
you know, it
O'Brien,
now
quickly,
needs
counter
less
Mr.
than
Akbar.
the-
Here's your chance.
Rahul, let me clarify. Rahul, let me clarify. Mr. Akbar was a renowned journalist here in Bengal in the 80s. I'm afraid he's clouding his analysis with a lot of nostalgia and his newfound love for the BJP. But the reality in Bengal is very different. I want to reaffirm in all humility that the people of Bengal will reject the BJP. They will not get a single seat. The left has already been rejected, and the Congress is a two-district party. They have a presence in Malda and Murshidabad. So in all humility, these numbers cannot be thrown away. We may not agree with the seat projections of yours, but the numbers where the development work done by Bengal 3 years ago, that reflection and the blessings of the people to this new Mamata government of 3 years, that's what you'll see in Bengal. But I agree with Mr. Akbar. Mr. Akbar, there's a battle for second place. There's a battle for silver medal. Good
Okay.
luck.
Shiv Vishwanathan.
First,
Hold the mic.
MJ, you didn't mishear me. You didn't hear me. I haven't opened my mouth. I think three things are very crucial. One, I think to a certain extent you're seeing what I call a goodbye politics. The decline of Lohiite politics, the decline of the CPM. See, that's very clear. The old space has disappeared. But where MJ's statement is interesting is a new politics is appearing. But there you got to be careful of the mathematics. Is it BJP versus Trinamool, or the charisma of Modi versus the charisma of this thing? I think that creates two different kinds of politics. I think here Derek is right. That to a certain extent the TMC will grab all the seats. But to a certain extent, Modi as metaphor, Modi as space is appearing in Bengal.
And that's a
interesting.
long-term threat.
Yeah, and
I want to
that is
wrap
a
up
long-term
this
interest.
program just
How
over
do you
here.
interpret it?